Ah, manta rays, the bats of the ocean.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the TFC Toys MENTARAZOR. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have MENTARAZOR in his robot and his beast mode. Robot, monster, weapon, and combine. Yeah, and up top we have all of his modes. On the bottom, we just have warning. Please don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. On this side of the box, we have MENTARAZOR. On this side of the box, we have MENTARAZOR. On the back of the box, you have Poseidon in his Teen Heartthrob magazine cover pose. Hi, I'm Poseidon. I like long walks on the beach and murdering everyone. That's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along. Oh, before I forget, also included, the most important part is the collector's card, with artwork there of MENTARAZOR and tech specs if that interests you. Hooray for cards. So moving right along, here we have MENTARAZOR, the next component of TFC Toys Poseidon. They're not Piranacon, and this is their take on Seawing. So as you can see, he is a manta ray, and a pretty cool figure. Now he's kind of a fat manta ray, but you know. Considering he has to turn into a robot and like 15 other things, hey, I can forgive it for not being that streamlined, but still looks decent. So let's get in close here. You can see the eyes right there, done in yellow. The yellow paint, I think, could have used a second coat. You can kind of see the plastic kind of peeking through there, kind of bleeding through a little bit. These sections are done in a smoky, transparent plastic, which does look very nice. And you have the yellow up here, which again could have used a second coat. You can kind of see the base color there kind of bleeding through a bit. But oh well, it is what it is. And see well, not the wings, the fins, rather. They look like wings, so I just automatically want to call them wings, but they're fins, because he's a fish. They're fins. Oh god, somebody's going to correct me. They're not fish, EmGo. I don't know. I don't care. This isn't National Geographic. It's a toy review! Anyway, so he does have VTOLs, which is nice. A manta ray with VTOLs. And they do spin. They don't spin freely, but they do spin. You can see right there. And on the other side as well. This one spins a little more freely, but again, they don't, you can't just flick them. You do have to kind of just move them around yourself, but you can see there's a lot of nice detail here on the fins. You do get some of it picked out in paint. And going down the body, and going down the tail here. Got some nice detail on the tail. And the tip of the tail is done in that smoky, transparent plastic with some molded detail as well. And like I said, he's kind of a beefy manta ray, but hey, there's the underside. And there you go. Articulation-wise, you can move these pieces down, that's more for transformation, but you can kind of angle them any way you want, if you want to. The wings, this end piece right here is just on a ball joint. I keep calling them wings. The fins, whatever! Anyway, this section of the fins here just move up and down on a hinge, and this piece is on a ball joint here. And the tail can swivel at the base, and you have a hinge here, and a hinge here, but it's really tight though. This piece does come packed separately, just pegs in right there, and there is a hinge there, but for some reason on mine it is really, really stuck. It just doesn't want to move, but in theory that hinge should move as well, and the tip of the tail is also on a hinge right there. So you can move it up, you can curl it down, do whatever you want with the tail, have it curled sideways, whatever you want. As always, your toy, display it however you wish. There you go. And he also has some of that nice transparent green plastic right up front as well. These things are kind of sharp, so be careful with these. And these things also, kind of sharp. There's a lot of things that could poke you badly on this toy. So do be careful with it if you intend on going in on this set. Most of the figures in this set have things that can legit, injure you. But anyway, let's talk about what is included with MENTARAZOR. You do get the combined mode foot, so now you finally have 2 feet. Yay! For 2 feet. Again, nicely done. Nicely detailed. Looks good. That's a nice looking foot right there. That's a nice looking foot. There's the bottom. And again, that's a nice molded detail. That's a good looking foot. It should be looking foot right there. So you get that. You get this sword weapon right here, which is done in all silver. You also get these two bits right here, which also can be held as weapons, but they're really meant more for the combined mode sword. You can see just done in pink with some silver paints. You get two of those. You get the handle for gun mode, and you get the connection piece for your other modes. And you also get a little baggie here of screw hole covers, and this is meant for the tail. This is just going up and down each side of the tail to cover up those screw holes, which is very nice. I do appreciate that. And you also get his two guns, as you can see, just done in a gray plastic with a lot of nice molding to it. Now you can store these on his beast mode. You can open these up if you want to and flip out the guns. And if you want to, you can store them, you know, facing forward like that if you want. But what you're supposed to do, what you're meant to do, is you just fold these up and these peg onto the fins here like that. And just kind of add to the flow of the manta ray mode, which looks kind of cool. I can dig it. I can dig it. I mean, it's bulky, but, you know, it actually looks pretty good, in my opinion, anyway. I can work with that. I can work with that. So, there you go. So now, for comparison, let's just bring in the rest of the team here. The Shark Monster Man, the Goldfish Monster Man, and Mr. Angry Turtle Man. And there you go. There you have the team so far. Yes, they're very colorful. Very, very colorful team. But I like them. I like them. They look good together. So there you go. There you go. There you go. And here he is with G1 Seawing, because it's pressure. Seawing pressure. Oh, so there you go. So now let's get down to transformation. We have a lot to get through, so let's just get right on with it. So let us remove the weapons here, put them off to the side, and first thing we will do is we will go into gun mode. So to go into gun mode, you want to untab the fins here. You just untab them. You can see the tab just goes right up in there like that. And then you just bring that up, flip that down, bring that up, flip that down. Just leave those there out of the way for now. You want to unpeg the arms from the side. You see the peg right there. It just goes into the port right there. Unpeg the arms like that. And you do have to undo pretty much all the transformation in the legs, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice if you could just split the legs here, but they lock in several places. So you do have to undo a lot just to do one simple thing, which does kind of suck, but oh well. So you want to lift up this panel right here first, because it hooks over this panel. Open that up, bring that to the side, open that up, and then untab the feet. You can see the tabs and the slots right there. And then you come here, actually, then you come to the front here, and you undo these bits right here. And again, be careful with these spikes. They're sharp. They are sharp. Undo those, bring those down. Then you come back here and you open up these panels right here. And that will allow you to then push the legs forward, because the legs also tab in right in here. You can see the tabs right there. They tab in right there as well, so that keeps you from just being able to just spread the legs. It makes things a little harder, but oh well, it is what it is. So now we bring in our connector piece right here, and this will plug in like that. So just plug it in like that. Then you just close that up, and then you just close this down like that. And now we can put everything back together. So you just push this back down. Sometimes this likes to be a pain in the butt. Come on, work with me. Work with me, please. Please work with me. Please work with me. Sometimes getting these tabs lined up for this section here can be a bit of a pain in the buttocks. There we go. No, that didn't go. There we go. Now it went. Thank you. Thank you. So, oops. Everything came undone here. That wasn't supposed to happen. You stay there. There you go. So then you just tab these sections back together. These sections, you just bring them up on that double hinge right there. You can tab the feet back in where they were. Oops, that's not where it was. There you go, that's where it was. Tab that in, bring this back around, clip that back together, and then peg the arms back in. And yes, all that work was just to plug this piece in. I know. It's a lot just to do that one simple thing, and that does kind of suck, but oh well. What are you gonna do? So now we're going to just turn him around. The tail, you want to flip the tip in, like that, and just bring that up. Sometimes this will pop off. So there you go. Just flip that in, like that. And now for the wings, or the fins rather, you just rotate these, bring it up, bring it down, like that. And then you just swivel, and just bring that around, bring that forward. And the instructions tell you to take the tips here and just rotate them like that. And we're almost done. Actually, what you want to do with the feet, actually I'll show this off just to illustrate. The instructions tell you to leave the feet like this, but no, you can't leave the feet like this because there's a couple of reasons. One, when we bring this down, which as usual is very, very tight, there we go. And then you can just slot the handle in. You kind of need to just kind of get it started there. And you just slot that in, bring that down. One, the feet get in the way of this, as you can see. The handle just pushed them down. And two, if you leave the feet like this, the combined mode hand then can't actually wrap around the handle. So with the feet, you actually need to bring them forward. So this is an instance where the instructions are telling you wrong. You need them like that because that way the combined mode hand can actually get around that handle. So anyway, there you have that all done. And once you have that done, we bring in our guns here, and we open them up, flip out the barrels, open it up, flip out the barrel. One of these pegs you flip in, and one of the pegs you bring up all the way, and they will just interlock like that. And then you just take this, and you plug it into the front, like that. And there he is in his gun mode. Now, he does include the combined mode foot, which also can double as a stand for the gun mode. And to do that, you just open up these sections here, open that up, flip out this little bit right here, and open that up, flip that out, flip it, flip it, flip, flip it, flip. There we go. Flip that out. You do want to open the toes up. There you go, that. Then you take this section here, and you bring that up. You rotate this section around. You bring these bits up right here. And then these sections, you just kind of want to wiggle these out and bring this around. And these will just peg into the sides right there as support. Peg that in like that. And then you just take the gun, and that will just clip in right there, like that. And there you have the full look there of the gun mode. So you have a nice little stand for the gun mode if you want. And that's pretty cool. So there you have that. And here he is with G1 Seawing in his gun mode. So you can see how they look. That's just precious. Oh, it's a precious little pew pew bang bang. So there you have the gun mode. So now we will move on to leg mode. So let's just put this off to the side and get right down to it. So we will remove these guns, put those off to the side, and now we're just going to bring the wings up, out of the way, bring the tail up and out of the way. I'm going to untub the arms, bring those out to the side. You do want to bring this back up, so just use that as leverage there, and then just wiggle this out. This is quite snug. Come on. Put that off to the side, and just push this up the rest of the way. That's very tight. And now you want to take this whole section here and extend it down like that and rotate it. You want to rotate it at this joint right here. Rotate it like that, and now these posts right here will go into these ports right here on the feet. So just bring that up and plug that on like that. Plug that on like that. And now we're going to take the arms, and the arms are going to untab right there. Bring that up, and then just swing this down, and this will plug into that post right there. So just plug that in like that. Do the same thing on the other arm. Bring that down and peg that in, and all that just pegs in nice and secure like that. Then you just bring the tail back down, bring that back down, bring the wings back, and this post right here will just plug into that port right there and secure those fins in place like that. And then we need to bring it down, and we bring in the foot, and we just line up the posts and the ports and just plug that on. That's a snug fit, and there he is in his leg mode. Hooray for legs! There you go, leg mode. That's the leg. That's actually, it's a shin. It's a shin and a foot, not really the whole leg, but hey, legs. There you go. So now we will move on to arm mode. So now we will just remove the foot, which is very good. There we go. Very tight. Put that off to the side. And we'll get down to arm mode. So you just want to unpeg the fins here. Bring those up. Bring the tail up. We're always having to get these out of the way. That's a common theme with this transformation. And we're going to unpeg the arms. Bring those up. Return them back to their original position. So just unpeg, rotate, bring that back. Unpeg, unpeg. We want to unclip these sections right here and bring them out to the side. And these will just clip in, just peg in right here. So peg those into the side like that. You do want to take the little knee spikes here and rotate these up again. Be careful with these. They're pokey. They're very pokey. And then just open up this section right here and push this back. Unclip that. Take this bit here. Bring that up so we can now split the legs. Split the legs. Come on. And there we go. And now we can remove this little connector piece right here. Put that off to the side. We will not need that anymore. And now what we're going to do with the legs is we're going to extend them down at this joint right here. So you want to extend them down like that. So do the same thing on the other one. Take that, extend that all the way down like that. And now we will bring in the combined mode hand that came with one of the previous members. And now that will go sandwiched in between those pieces. And then we just bring this down like that to lock that in place. And now we can close this back up like that. Make sure these bits just kind of sit behind that gray piece right there. Like that. And then we just take the feet and they just tab in right there. Just tab those feet in. And that will secure all this in place like that. Make sure these pieces are nice and tabbed in. Right there. And now for the arms, I'm going to raise up a little bit so I have some room to operate. You bring the arms down. You take the shoulder piece here, it's on a double hinge, you just shift that upward like that, and you bring the arm up on this double hinge, and that tab will go into that slot right there. Unsecure that into place, like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Shift that up. Bring the arm up. tab that into place like that. Now for the fins here, you want to bring them up and you're going to rotate the wing right here. Rotate that all the way around. That'll just peg back in right there. Then just bring that down. You can do what you want with the tip of the fin, but the instruction tells you to just fold them up like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Just swing that around on that hinge. Bring that down, rotate, bring that in. You do want to bring the connector port rather, back down, but I'm not going to waste time muscling that around. But you just want to take the tail and bring that back up. Bring the tip back up. And then just rotate the arm at that upper joint right there. So everything is oriented properly. And there you have the arm mode. Hooray for arms. And there you go. That's the arm mode. It's an arm. Hooray. It's an arm. And it has a hand. Yay. 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 There you go. There you have arm mode. So now let's get down to robot mode. Finally. So let's just open all this back up. Untab the feet. You want to bring the palm up so that way you can swing this up right here. And split this. Remove the hand. We don't need that anymore. And now you want to extend the legs down like that. Rotate the knee spike back up. And now you want to take this section right here and you want to swing that in like that. And then bring all this in. And that will just tab in right there like that. Take this panel here to fill in the gap. Take the foot, bring that down and in, and then you take this section right here and you untop it from here and swing that down, and that will hook into the front part of the foot so you can make a nice solid foot right there, which is pretty cool. Make sure that side piece stays tabbed in, and there you have a leg all done. Second verse, as you can guess, much like the first. So just bring that down and around. Don't stab yourself on the knee spikes. Rotate that around. Bring that down. Bring that panel down. Take this, swing this in. Bring that in and tab that in like that. And then you untab this section right here. Bring that around. Hook that into the front part of the foot. Make sure that side piece is tabbed in. And there you have the legs all done. So now just rotate at this hinge right here. Rotate everything to the forefront right there. And you can compress the body like so. And now we will get down to this upper section here. Just bring the wings up, get them out of the way. Untab the forearm, bring it down. Open up this panel here and flip out the hand. Close it back up. Now you have the arm all done. Untab, bring down, open, flip, flop, and there you go. So you got the arms all done. And now the tail, you just want to bring this forward on this hinge here. Just get things out of the way. And you're going to rotate the fins around, bring them down. You can leave the fins fold it up like that if you want to, but the instructions tell you to take this tip part here and bring that in like that. That's what the instructions tell you to do. Again, your toy. Display it however you wish. I'm just going by the instructions. So bring that around. Bring that to the full front like that. And then you just take this section here, pull it forward, which will allow you to bring up the head. Close it back up. And then you take the tail, swing it back, bring it against his back. You can flip the tip up. And I believe we're done. Oh, we're done. Yes, we're done. Woo! We're done. And there we have MENTARAZOR in his robot mode. And he's a cool looking little dude. I do quite like him. I like him very much. Very cool. I'm really liking the designs of these guys. I think TFC has done a good job with the designs on these guys. They all look pretty cool, in my opinions. Let's get in close here on the noggin. There's the noggin. He's kind of pouting. He's kind of doing like the duck lips thing. It's kind of weird. It's like selfie. There you go. There you go. Screen cap that. That's a selfie picture right there, doing the duck lips and everything. Right there. There you go. That's a selfie face right there if I ever saw one. Anyway. But you do have some nice light piping going on right there. And nice design on the helmets. A nice molding. Looks pretty cool. And all around. Very nicely done. And going down the legs. Again, be careful with these. They're sharp. They're sharp. They can poke you. I'm surprised I didn't poke the crap out of myself while I was transforming him, because I have so many times in the past. But anyway. Nice design all around. Yeah. A nice backpack. You know, just got the fins there. Got the tail just against his back. So everything compacts pretty well. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You get a little bit of wiggly-waggly movement. The combiner port does kind of get in the way a little bit of the side-to-side movement, but you can get some wiggly-waggly there. You can look up a little bit. You can look down a little bit. Of course, you do get full rotation. The shoulders can do a full 360 on a nice ratchet. You do have outward movement, about that much outward movement. Of course, these shoulder pads are on that double hinge right there. You don't get a bicep swivel. No bicep swivel? No, there's no bicep swivel. You do get a double jointed elbow, though. You do get a swivel at the forearm. So you do have a swivel there. You do have a wrist swivel. You do get a waist swivel right there. Legs can go forward that far on a nice ratchet. Back that far on that ratchet. Outward movements. Can do the full splits. Again, all of that movement is ratcheted. You do have a thigh swivel. You do have tight knee joint, which sometimes the lower joint wants to move, but you want to move it at this upper joint here. And you get under 90 degrees of bend there at the knee, slightly under. And the feet, just the way this all works, you just get the ankle tilts. You can get it to stay together. Hey, there you go. You do get some little bit of ankle tilt, but you can undo this if you want and get the toes to move up and down. You can get a little bit more movement out of it if you want. Or you can just leave that as one solid piece. Totally up to you. So there you go. Now, of course, he can hold his weapons. So if you want him dual-wielding guns, he can dual-wield guns. So you can have that going on if you want. Or if you want also, you can have him holding these bits right here. It's like axe weapons. So you can have that going on too if you wish. Or you can have him holding this sword right here. And that will also plug into his hand. You can have him holding that as a weapon too if you wish. Or you can take the tail and unpeg it from that panel there and just put that flush against his back. Doesn't sit totally flush, but flush enough. And you can extend the tail tip, and he can also hold his own tail as a sword weapon if you want. So you got options as far as how you want to arm your MENTARAZOR, which is nice. Options are always nice. Options are good. There you go. So there you have that. But for now, you know what? We'll give him his guns. Oops. Make sure those pegs don't flip in on you while you're trying to plug them in. But yeah, we'll just give him his guns. Hey, you hold your guns. There you go. So we have him with his two guns. And there you go. Now, for comparison, just for a mainline comparison, here he is with Combiner Wars Voyager Prime. You can see they're a little shorter than Voyagers. So, there you go. Let's bring in the team, well, as much as the team as we have so far. Let's bring in Goldfish Monster Man, Shark Monster Man, and we'll get the Angry Turtle Man right here in the back here. Let's see. There we go. And here we have the team so far, and they do look good together. Definitely shaping up to be a nice looking set, in my opinion anyway. There you go, and there you go, and there you go. And of course, here he is with G1 Seawing, because he's precious. Seawing precious. Oh, there we go. So there you have MENTARAZOR. 4 down, 2 to go. We're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, very nice figure. Like I said, I think TFC is doing a really good job with the designs of these guys. I think they look really, really cool. So there you go. So if you would like a MENTARAZOR, any of TFC Toys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my Poseidon playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the TFC Toys MENTARAZOR, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. I see you got a new pet. What happened to the turtle? No, it didn't work out. You don't say. Yeah, he was too slow. Took about an hour just to get to the bathroom. It was a very unpleasant experience. I'm shocked. You're lying. No, of course I am. So what about this one? Do I need to be worried about it? Oh, no. He's actually quite docile. I've been training him. Hey. Oh, see, look. He wants to kiss you. He wants to give you a big kiss. See, he likes you. No kiss. No kiss. No kiss. No!